Hi, everybody. Good morning out there to my Facebook family. I hope you are all joining in live. If not, this will be shared and you'll be able to listen to it and see it a little bit later today. So thank you so much for joining us today. I want to introduce what we're doing. So today we are here with Women Unlimited Empowering Connections, and this is our talk show. So I want to introduce a couple of guests that I have here with me today. This is the team from El Chango Loco. So if you want to introduce yourselves, go right ahead.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and I am a business owner at El Chango Loco.
Hello, I'm Jesus. I am co-owner of El Chango Loco with my sister.
Yes, and it's amazing. If you guys have not tried it, you have got to stop by, or you can come to one of our Women Unlimited events. They happen to be one of our biggest sponsors, and every time we have something, they are here. So I'd like to introduce myself for those of you that do not know. I am Lori Lerma, and I am with Complete Care ER. I am a marketing representative for parts of the city that include Southeast Military, located on Brooks, and our Fossil Creek location that is located at Wolverine and Evans. So that is something that's very new to some of you. You guys know that I had a previous life before that, but now I am here with Complete Care and El Chango Loco. I also want to thank some of our sponsors today. First, I want to thank Evolve Medical Group for allowing us to be here in their podcast room that is available to a lot of you. So if you need information on that, please be sure to reach out to Brenda Ond or the Women Unlimited group to look to see how you can get onto the podcast and maybe even have your own podcast. So thank you so much, Evolve Medical Group. And of course, we cannot forget our very own Vida Web and Digital Design, and that is Miss Maria Rendon, who does an amazing job every single week, not only helping our Women Unlimited group, but also a lot of our women, including this young lady next to me as well. And so tell us a little bit about yourself, and mainly one of the things on why you got started. That's super important.
It was a couple of years ago, back in 2015. We had been talking to my father because he had been telling us a story about how he wanted to open up his own business.
Yeah.
But at that time, he wasn't able to do it because he didn't have funding, he didn't have support. So we just thought about helping him out and showing him that, hey, we can do business. We don't need to do something like crazy. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to show him that it's possible to do it, you know. And so in 2016, we got a loan from him to get an ice cream truck. And that whole year, we were just working, getting money. And then
that's awesome. So 2016, you were presented with an opportunity to start an ice cream truck.
Yes.
And you went to your dad for the loan.
Yes.
And he had like 100 full buy into it, and he did you have any reservations at all?
No, he was very excited that we asked him for help.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's awesome. Not only one, that you guys had that inspiration and that drive to be able to create your business, but two, that you had somebody that was really truly ready to support you and your idea. Because you're both fairly young now. So I can just imagine in 2016, how old you were and to come up with this idea. And where did that idea come from? Why that?
At that time, I was looking at a piece of equipment.
Oh.
Yeah, and I had a coworker who had his ice cream truck, and he wanted some help on the weekend. And he asked me, "Would you want to come help me out? Just I can see how I do it." So I went with him, and then I saw that he was I just saw how he was doing it, and I saw that he enjoyed doing it. And I was like, "He's making good money. Maybe I can do it myself."
Nice.
So me and my sister talked about it, and she was in with the idea.
So you had to get your dad's buy-in, your sister's buy-in.
Yeah.
And then now here we are today.
Yes.
Awesome. So a little bit of an evolve, right? Because it started from an ice cream truck, and now you guys actually have a store, a storefront where people can go in now, and a drive-through, because I've been inside and to the drive-through. They're both amazing experiences. And so now, what do you see? I'm sure it was a different experience to the ice cream truck, but what do you see as your number one seller inside the store or the drive-through?
Well, during the first years that we have opened, there was a lot of stuff that we wanted to try out, just different snacks. Okay. So we came up with the pickle fruit roll-up, and we wanted to add hot Cheetos and nerd ropes. So then we didn't know how viral it was going to go. So we just took a picture on our Instagram, and from there, that's when Fox 29 News messaged us, and they wanted to do an interview on how it came up with the product.
Okay.
And so that's still our number one item right now would be the pickle fruit roll-up.
The pickle fruit roll-up. Yeah. So whose favorite was that? Was that yours or his or somebody else's?
Like it was
I
her.
think it was mine
It
because
was
I'm
yours.
more of like a pickle and hot Cheetos and chamoy kind of person.
Yeah.
And so I think it was just, I was like, I think I just want to put this because most of our customers, they love chamoy, they love Lucas. So it wasn't like just out of the ordinary. Yeah. So it was just like, let me just put all of these things together. And it was just like a quick picture right there inside the store. And we posted on Instagram. And it just went viral.
That's it. Just blew up. And to today, that is probably the
Yes.
best-selling item. Yeah. Is that
Right.
still?
Well, honestly, the best thing we have is the hot Cheeto cheese. That's it. All the time.
Yeah.
It's very simple, but that's the thing that sells the most.
It's a fave, and
Yeah.
it's quick, and it's easy, and it's messy, and those are all the things that we like, right? Quick, easy, and messy. Absolutely. And so, like I mentioned, I've been inside of your store, and you guys are hustling. Like inside and outside, there can be a line, but you guys get through that pretty efficiently. What do you say would be one of the things that helps you do that?
I think the system we have with the employees, how everyone has their own section to work on. I think that's what how do you say it?
It helped out.
Yeah.
It helped out a lot to be more efficient because in the beginning we were just kind of okay, everyone's gonna do everything on one ticket. Let's just all help do this one ticket. But so as we were growing, we needed a different system. We needed to do something that was just more efficient, get the products out faster to the customers, do curbside and the drive-through. So then we just said, okay, let's put each person in their section. Everyone's gonna do. Look at the ticket and whatever's on your side, like that's all you're gonna do.
That's what you're gonna do. That's what you're in charge of.
Then we put it all together on this one table, and then we just have one helper like take it out to the vehicle, take it out, call a number out, and stuff like that. So I think it was actually both of our ideas. Just saying like we just need this system where everyone's gonna be
Just
doing
hands-on. It
Yes.
just had to be hands-on. Perfect. So speaking of employees, and now we know that you're siblings, how does that work? Like, how do you guys get along at work? Like, because we all have siblings, right? You all have that one sibling that you're like, if I have to spend 5 more minutes with this person, one of us is not going to make it out. You guys are hustling and bustling all day long. Your brother and your sister. How does that work?
Well, first of all, I think it started off when we were like younger. We were always hanging out with each other. There's 5 of us all together, but we just, the way we grew up, it was always us just hanging out outside all the time. And then when he came up with this idea, he came to me. He said, "I think this is something we should do, like just for fun." So then we would be in the ice cream truck together, like every single day, all day, just listening to music, just having a conversation. And a lot of the customers come to us who are our age, and they ask us like, "I want to start a business, and I'm going to do it with my sibling. Like, what is something that you, what advice can you give us, right? Like, why?" We're always arguing, like them and their siblings.
Yeah.
They said that they're always arguing, like, and then we just give them advice on, just be patient with each other, try to understand each other's point of view. But
the thing about it is that like some of her strengths are my weaknesses, and vice versa. Some of my strengths are her weaknesses. So I think that's how we complement each other really good.
Ah.
And we always had a good connection. Well, we agree on more things than we disagree on. I think that's what makes us a really good team.
A strong
good
team.
partnership. And sometimes he has great ideas. And I'm like, I was just thinking that I was gonna tell you. We always do that. And he's like, I have this idea. And he told me like, he says, I literally was just gonna tell you that like yesterday when I saw you. And then when I have an idea, he's like, I was just about to tell you.
Oh my gosh!
So that's really cool. And then we just put his idea and my idea together, and we just
Great
like
collaboration.
A good
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's good. How many years are you guys apart?
Like 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, just 3 years
okay.
apart.
Okay. Nice.
Sometimes some people think we're twins, but no.
Yeah, a lot of people think we're twins, and sometimes we'll go along with it and we'll say yes. But
That is hilarious. So
Just to be
who's
funny.
older?
I'm older.
You're older. Okay, by 3 years. Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
You know what? I like that you guys are that close. And I think 3 years is a good age difference. And,
Yeah.
and it's 2 different points of view
Yeah, it's
and the way that you guys can kind of meet in the middle and make this business successful. So what do you say your next steps are? I mean, you guys went from ice cream truck to a store with a drive-through, sit-in. What do you see next on?
our goal right now is to make El Chango Loco a franchise. So that's
Okay.
what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow the business. We're trying to open up another location pretty soon. We don't have a day yet, but that's in the works. What else?
Wow.
yeah,
Are we hearing that for the first time?
We haven't told anybody.
Yeah,
This.
well, you just told a whole bunch of people out there.
Yes.
would
do it now. We
be
have to
would
do
be
it
the
now.
Chamaloco Fruteria. We want to
Yeah.
open up another one of those.
Yes.
And
Okay.
then also about the candy, right? About the candy products. The like.
She's just spilling secrets. She's spilling
Well,
secrets.
we actually make our own products, like our own candies and our own chamoy paste. So we do want to get that out into like the big stores, like HB,
like the
Walmart.
HBs. Okay.
So that's also one of our goals that
Very
we're working
cool.
on right now.
Very, very cool. So you guys have been very successful on the southeast side of San Antonio. Do you want to open up your second location in that area, or do you feel like you want to venture out a little bit and try something different?
We have been looking at the Goliad area. We think there's a lot of growth there. There's a lot of business opening up there, and we think that'd be a good opportunity for us. So that's what we're looking at right now. But we're open. We're open. We have
Somewhere else to go.
Yes.
That's awesome. That is awesome. So, Dad, you know, he's like, I started this. Does he ever go back to like, it was me?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
He takes credit.
He does, but it's so it's nice to see like how his reaction is, because we'll talk about it. We'll have like little meetings, and then he'll just say, "Remember when we had the ice cream truck?" But the cool thing about it is, during the time that we had our ice cream truck, we were able to save enough money to get his own ice cream truck. So now he has his own ice cream truck, and so he sees our success, and I think he's very proud of us. Like, he'll tell us he's proud of us. He'll come visit us at the store, and he'll just look at everything, just how much we have grown.
Yeah.
And so just telling him the ideas that we have, like, he probably thinks it's crazy, but I think he knows now that it's possible to dream, you know, and to have big goals, because he the way he believes in us, and our mom, she also believes in us as well. It's just good to have like that back support.
That's awesome. So if you could tell somebody out there right now one piece of advice, what would you tell them?
Piece of advice, like for business?
For business, for growth, for anything.
I think one piece of advice would be just to stay patient, because sometimes, you know, it could be like you have your busy moments, and then you could be like where it's very slow. I would say just come up with something new, come up with something where just where you can
Be innovative.
Be innovative, yes. Like with any ideas. If anyone tells you like an idea, don't turn it down. Just say thank you, and try to do something with that idea, because for us, like, it was kind of during COVID and stuff. A lot of people it went slow for their business, but we did a lot of things that kind of helped us, like do the curbside delivery, and so we were very busy during that time. But it was because we said, like, what can we do, because we cannot.
You had to change,
we cannot
right?
close. Yeah, we had to do a lot of big changes. So I would say be patient as well, because always post on social media. Social media does help a lot. Try to connect with other business owners. I would just say try to learn as much as you can from anyone younger than you, older than you. Just try to learn as much as possible.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that's a great piece of advice, to be open-minded.
Yeah.
You just never know where an idea will come from, or if that idea can just piggyback off of an idea that you had, and then now look. I mean, who would have known that fruit roll-ups and pickles would be this so successful? A great combination. So thank you both again for coming out and visiting with us here at our Women Unlimited podcast. We truly enjoy having you out here. Thank you for always being a part of our events and sponsoring, and then just, you know, being here and supporting other women and men, because you guys know now we have a men's show as well with the Constable Cat Brown. And so thank you, just being so supportive. We truly appreciate it, and we will continue to support you as well. Thank you so much. Absolutely. We're going to take a small break and do some changing, and we will see you guys here in a little bit. Thank you so much for joining in. Are we back on?
Hey.
Perfect. Well, I am back. Thank you guys for letting me come back and introduce you two beautiful women here with me today.
Ma'am.
Yes. So like I mentioned earlier, we have some sponsors and this happens to be one of them. Yes, ma'am. So introduce yourself. Let us know who you are.
Hi everyone. So my name is Maria Rondon and I am the owner of Digital Vida. I'm restructuring the brand. So now that I've gotten started, and I think this happens to all of us,
Yes.
I realized no, I need a niche down because virtual assistant does not really say what I do.
Not encompassing.
It doesn't.
No.
So I'm changing it to Digital Vida web and media services. So I help with website design, logo design, graphic design, event marketing. I'm producing the show right now, so all the little graphics that you're seeing, I'm helping with that. And you can reach me at www.digital-vida.com. Please reach out to me for a free consultation. If you need help, I help small businesses strengthen their online presence. That's my goal. And I also help with brand identity and brand development. So yeah,
Just kind of like what El Chongo Loco was saying is like
Right.
use your social media outlets. They are amazing. And if you don't know how to do that, then now you have an expert to help you.
That's right. That's right.
I'm here for you.
Now, we started off in a really big way 4 months ago, and I was looking for someone just like Maria through the group. And we always like to kind of hire within. So definitely you want to invite your friends, family, colleagues, especially if they have a small business or any business. Like, we support everyone. But it was really cool that through Women Unlimited, boom, we met Maria Rendon. Oh my goodness. So she has literally been able to help so many of you guys right now. So, and she is helping us in a really big way, because if you guys want a show, you better believe that you can come on in here. This is a really nice media room. And what I love is that, boom, see right here, Maria, she can help you guys like yes, she can help you guys like she is helping us. So I really feel that with, everything that you are doing for us, we are growing, and we are growing really quick. I know that I came in with the audience, and I know that I came in with like my expertise, but what I did not have is Maria.
None of us had a Maria.
So I'm really excited because, and we really need to put that out there, because there's so many of you guys that are getting back with me and you're like, you know what? I don't know where to begin. I'm kind of stagnant. How do I grow? How do I get a new audience? This is how you start off with, this media room, $50 for the hour. Maria right over here, guys, you can meet with her. It's absolutely free to meet with her. She can kind of help you out, kind of guide you, even through your own show, just by sitting with her and telling her, like, what are your ideas? What are your goals? Where do you want to go?
Yes.
And then, coming to us, Women Unlimited, renting this room for $50, you guys are, for the hour, you guys are going live here in front of 10,000 women. So this is, at least, because we have people popping in every single day, and we have about 100 women a week that are coming in. So you guys really don't want to miss out on your business opportunity. Maria does have her information, right? Like below, and it's on the bottom. It's coming up.
What
So
she does, you see that banner going across? That's Maria.
that's Maria. I've never said her name so many times in like 1 minute. But you know what? You're doing amazing things, and we just want to let everyone know, because again, we are all here to help each other grow. We are all here to help lift up each other, and really, how can we help work your business to help build it, and just have more people coming in, right? More people walking in your door. This is definitely the way to do it. So you want to get to our website at womenunlimitedsa.com. You are going to see Maria's information there. If you do want to rent this media room, there's a form there that you can fill, or this is now our WUSA headquarters.
That's right. We just had a grand
Congratulations!
opening. Congratulations.
Yeah, so we have been here not even a month yet.
Yep.
right? Not even a month yet. So
I don't
we have
think
not
so.
been here.
Time
It-
flies.
I know.
Who knows?
Maria's looking at me like it's been 3 years.
It's been-
I feel like it's been 5.
But yes. So anyway, if you guys want to be a part of the WUSA workspace, that is $50 for the whole month. You know, we have stuff going on here all of the time. We have more information for you where at our website at womenunlimitedsa.com. But I do want to thank Lori here
Yes.
today. Yes, for coming in and being one of our hosts. Yes, we were supposed to also have Lucy Adama Clark, and she called in. She apologized. I'm so sorry I cannot be there today. And I was like, yeah, she has a little busy.
Responsibility.
She got responsibility.
She's a little busy running. I think it's 23 counties right
Yeah.
now. So,
Yeah.
so Lucy, we're good, girl. We're good. But I was like, Lucy, don't worry, because we have our special host here today, Lori Lerma.
I know, and I'm so excited.
Did you tell them what you're doing?
I did in the beginning of the show. I was telling them how I've, made a little bit of a career change, and I absolutely love it. I mean, it was a little scary.
Mhm.
Most
It
of
always
you,
is.
it always is.
Yeah.
Most of you know I was in a previous industry for over 22 years, and I needed to make a little bit of a change. And joining the Complete Care team has been one of the most positive things that I've done for myself and my family. And so really enjoy doing this. I still get to do a lot of the things that I did before. So it's still about educating, just educating in a different way. And so it's still really nice. It looks like we have our
Our
next,
next
guest.
guest. I'm gonna scooch out because I'm producing. I don't have.
Down.
can't do it all.
She has a real job. No,
Thank
she
you,
has a real
guys.
job. Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us.
Yep. Thank you. I don't know if we're gonna get Miss Brenda back in, but we're gonna get started. Let's do it. This is one of my fave people. She's absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell you a little bit about who she is and what she does.
Hey you guys, I'm Jenny Garcia. I'm with Fuzzy Bear Wellness. So a big passion of what I do is I like to educate people on health and wellness tips and things like that. I know for me, before I didn't know there was resources out there in terms of helping us to make better choices or alternative choices, I should say, when it comes to our health and wellness. A lot of people rely heavily on prescription medications and things like that, but don't have real success with it, don't have benefits, have a lot of side effects that come along with that, and some people need alternatives, or they're looking for alternatives, they're looking for something else to help them in their health and wellness journey, and so that's what I do.
Yes, absolutely. And you cannot not like the name. Like Fuzzy Bear. Where did that come from?
Well, my husband, when we first got married, my hair was like super crazy. I mean, you see my hair's curly and it was just everywhere. And he started calling me Fuzzy. But the bear part came where when we were dating and he was going to come and meet my stepdad, and he had a joke where he was like, I'm going to put a bear costume on and I'm just going to sit at the kitchen table and that's how I'm going to meet him.
Oh, okay. That's how we're gonna meet Dad.
Yeah.
In a bear costume.
So he's got like a really big sense of humor, and so I just started calling him Bear.
Okay.
And so then he called me Bear, and then the Fuzzy got added on after we got married.
All right.
And I used that in another business I had that it transitioned into this one.
Nice. Well, I always love to know where these names come from. And speaking of names, you can see that we added somebody to the podcast just a couple of seconds ago. So tell us your name.
My name is Jessica Rodriguez, and I'm the owner of J Euphoria Med Inc.
Nice. So
And-
tell us a little bit about that.
So I focus on regeneration of the skin. So mainly I do. Oh my gosh, I'm a little nervous.
You're
This
his
is like-
friends. No.
So I do. I focus on stretch mark, scars, self-harm scars.
Oh my gosh.
Anything that has to do with
Skin.
scars and skin.
Okay.
Yeah. I also do the 3D nipple and areola for my breast cancer survivors.
Oh, that's great
Yeah.
to know because it's October,
It
so
sure
we all know
is.
what October is,
For
right?
sure.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And so thank you for sharing that with us. Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
No, absolutely. So we found out a little bit about how she's gotten started. So how did you get started? What made you get into this?
Well, I was having actually a conversation with her out there that
Isn't she amazing?
she is. She is. When she told me what she was doing, I was like, off the book, what do you follow you? What do you do? You know, and I think that's a great benefit of coming here, especially when you guys have the podcast. I'm going because you get to interact and talk to a lot of people.
Yeah, you guys see this, but out there in those doors, there are a number of people making some sort of connection or networking out there, passing, you know, business cards and talking about their business before they come in. Or sometimes they don't even make it in here. So it's good to know that if you're not in here talking to us, you can be out there talking to somebody else or doing both, right?
That's
they were
right.
talking out there,
That's
now they're
right.
talking in here.
Yeah, and she also let me in on an event that she's going to be going to, and I'm like, oh, that's such a great idea. Okay, who's doing it?
I know.
You know, so you are continuously making connections, and for me, it's huge because I come from the East Coast. I'm new to the area,
Oh,
and
welcome
building,
to Texas.
and building that credibility and building network and just getting to interact with other people is huge, especially when you have a business.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm sorry, I got off track, but tell me about what made you get into this industry.
So I have a background in counseling psychology. I have and law enforcement. I was a correctional officer for 15 years, and I also was a therapist for 15. So I needed both. But when I moved to San Antonio, I had that moment where I want to reinvent myself. What do I do? I was a little bit burned out from both careers. And I ran into this field and I love it, and I've been in it for about 7 months. But prior to that, I was also sharing with her that in between my careers, I did like the eyebrows and I did the eyelashes. So aesthetics has always been kind of like
Near and
hobby of
dear,
mine.
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, how do I like put them together where like I can feed my humanistic side and also my hobby, my aesthetics. And here I am. You know, it's like my little slogan, you know, it's creating art while, you know, building confidence while creating art.
I love that.
So I'm super excited to be able to bring this service. Over the weekend, I had a self-harming client, and, you know, you don't realize how much of an impact you do until you're actually providing certain services for people. Yeah, that have been through certain journeys. So for me, it's like, oh, I'm part of your journey, yay! It makes me feel super happy, and it's just priceless.
It's like you're the closure of that journey. Like that was me then. I've been here, and now you get to kind of make that full circle. And close that for
and
some of those
it's
people.
crazy because it can in so many ways. So it can be, you know, through a weight loss journey when you have the skin removal. It can be through the breast cancer survivor. That's another journey. It can be on a journey where you had some type of a mommy makeover. That's also a journey. It doesn't matter, you know. And being part of that and just seeing like the clients say thank you and I can't wait for my results. And I'm super excited. And they send me progress pictures. I'm like, oh my God, this looks great. And
I love that.
yeah, and it's super rewarding, and
That's that fulfillment.
it
It really is. I'm sure.
is. I go home super happy, like, oh my gosh, you know.
So I was going to ask, so where are you located, or how can our people out there find you?
So my Instagram is Euphoria _med_Inc.
Okay.
But if you live in Google, it'll be like my Facebook or
Okay.
Instagram, and I am off 16 West 16. Because the address is
No.
5472 West Loop 1604 North. Listen,
Okay.
I'm just
I
saying
know
what the GPS says.
there's a lot of west north stuff. So you know what I have found, especially for me, if you tell me what it's by,
Yeah.
I'll find it.
So I'm on the SeaWorld side.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense. That makes sense to people out
Yeah,
there. If you
yeah.
tell somebody north, west loop,
Yeah.
410, this and that, if you just tell people by SeaWorld, they're like, I know exactly where that is. Yeah.
And it's right off Culebra. I'm in a Sweet and Vista salon right next to
Okay.
Home Depot.
Very cool.
So I think that's, you know, when they say where you look by SeaWorld.
There you go. And it gives people a general idea of
Yeah.
where they need to head, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you for sharing.
and you know, I wanted to share too that I
Yes.
do two techniques. One is called inkless and one is camouflage. Camouflage is with pigment, inkless is without. And I use a medical grade serum when I do inkless, which helps the elasticity, the collagen, and the melanin of the area that I'm treating.
Very
This is super
cool.
awesome.
That is good to know. That is really
I
good to know.
will be posting more before and afters. It's just that it's not a quick
Sure.
thing.
It's a
That has to
journey.
take, yeah, it's another journey. It takes I see a client, it takes 4 to 6 weeks for another session. So I know sometimes they'll go to my Instagram and be like, wait a minute, it takes a little time.
Just like everything else.
Because it's given time for the skin to heal.
Absolutely. And do it again if it needed. It could go from 30% to 90%,
And then they're okay with
and
that.
then they're okay with that.
That's awesome. And that's just for the inkless.
That's for the English because of
Okay.
course with the camouflage, depending on the texture of your scar, your skin, it's just camouflaging that different pigment. Yeah.
Okay. What do you see the most of? Do you see more of the camouflage or do you see more of the inkless?
More the inkless.
Okay.
More the inkless. And a lot of clients want, and I also recommend the first or second session to be inkless because it actually prepares the skin for what's to come. So I like doing consultations because it actually I have to like feel the scar because I can have a client and say, oh no, these are great, and then they come in and the scars are like or the stretch marks are textured. Then I would have to figure out which direction we're gonna go, and of course the client has to be okay with that.
Sure. But we need experts, right? Like
Right.
we just said, in our mind, it's like, it's not really that much, And then we get there and you're like, girl,
Okay.
we're gonna have to do a little bit extra.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
to and usually they're like, yes, I'm
Just
gonna
do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just do what you need to do because if you do camouflage on certain textures, or it's not good for the skin. It's not good for your time. It's not good for your money, and it's just not. So I'm very transparent with my clients. I tell them my serums, my pigments, where they're from. I have all the consents. I like to cross my T's and dot my I's.
You have to, right?
And if they have any questions, I like to be able to answer my clients' questions.
Very cool. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Yes, absolutely. And Miss Fuzzy Bear, where do they find you? And then tell us a little bit about what you do. We know that it's a different approach, right? We're all kind of in the same field, right? Where it has to do with health and helping humans in our different ways. So how is it that they can find you, and what kind of help do you provide?
So you can find me on Instagram predominantly, Fuzzy Bear Wellness. I'm starting to get back into Facebook, trying to utilize that platform because I feel like sometimes that's an underserved community as it kind of is. So that's where I'm at. That's where you can find me. But in terms of what I do and how I help people, so I do a lot of one-on-one consultations. I do a lot of classes too. And so just dependent on what topic is something of interest, then I can kind of tailor a class. Like just recently I had a class on women's health, and as I was putting that together, I was like, oh my gosh, I can go in this direction, I can go in that direction, or that. So it's almost like I'm thinking I'm gonna have to do a series now because it's not gonna, that one class is almost like an intro, and it's like this still needs to get addressed and this still needs to get addressed. So that'll be something in the works.
I love series. Let me tell you, I love series. And if all of you out there do not know, we're actually having a series starting tomorrow on social media. Because like you said, and like El Chamo Loco said earlier, social media is a huge platform. I mean, if you don't use it, it can make or break your business depending on what type of business you have, right? A lot of people are going to the social medias, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok is now starting to be a really big one. And so these series are really starting to help people. So I'm glad that you brought that in. You're in the perfect group for that, right? Women Unlimited. Definitely something that we can all benefit from. And we all know if it's not for us, it's for a sister, or it's for a friend, or a tia, or, somebody that can learn something from these series, and I think it's amazing to just kind of see the growth through a series. You know, if you have series 1 through 3, and you see where people start, and then like a journey where they end, and it's sometimes it just takes people from the outside in to say a little something, and you're like, hey, like it just resonates with you, and so. Hopefully we'll get to see a series come from you, Miss Jenny. I love that.
I'll sign up.
I know. I mean, you've got over 10,000 women out there that I'm sure would love to be a part of that series and just learn something. And, you know, being a part of other people's journeys, I think, is sometimes really helpful for yourself too. Because a lot of times, let's face it, right? A lot of times we feel like we're the only one that is going through something, and you don't know what the person next to you is going through. And so just having that support, or just being in an environment where there's more than one person that you're like, yeah, I thought it was just me, you know?
So
It is so true. It's kind of like when you go to church and they're saying something and you're like, oh my God, are they talking just to me? You know, you're like, man, somebody else is feeling that, right? So it's amazing. I hope to see that in the future. Who knows? We've heard a lot of firsts today. We heard about El Chongo Local, you know, possibly opening up another location, a series that may be happening with, you know, through Women Unlimited. That would be awesome. And then, of course, you know, what our new Texan has brought to San Antonio. And so lots of great things happening. And so what do you see the most of people coming to you for? What's going on right now in the world where you're seeing a lot of people asking this specific question, or general?
I think in general, a lot of people are really interested in how to help themselves when it comes to the side effects. A lot of people aren't satisfied with the answers they're getting from their doctors. They're getting blown off. Yep. They're definitely not going to the right ones, right? They feel like they're not being supported. They're not getting the answers, and they're just like being shoved. Like, okay, here's another prescription, and they're just getting so fed up with it. And because I've experienced that, I can totally relate to them and see where they're coming from, and then, you know, be able to be sympathetic to what they're going through, and then help them find something else that is going to work.
That's going to work for them. No, and I think that that's great. I think that because there's so many approaches, right? You can do it holistically. You can do it, you know, through meds. I'm a firm believer in meds. I take meds. But I also do some things too. I mean, there's a lot of like just these essential oils that just can kind of help you get through your day, where you don't need to be heavily medicated. You know, we don't have to do those types of things. You know, there's some for just relaxation and stress, and you just put them on certain parts of your body, and you feel so much better without having to go and get medicine for it. You know, medicine is not always the best option. For me, I do like medicine. I appreciate my doctors that are out there that can help me. But you know what? You also have to be your own advocate too. You know, doctors are human just like everybody else, and they can only understand what you're telling them. And so, you know, it's you got to find out what's best for you. And sometimes it's a mix.
Right, and you know what's funny? You said that because I had a client that when she wanted to get her breast scars.
Okay.
She wanted to get a revision. And the doctor was like, well, we have to put you under again, and we have to do all this and that. And when she came to me, she's like, I don't want to go under again.
Yeah.
I want to do the non-invasive. And then if, you know, if in the future I feel like I still need it, then no. But she's like, I'm going to try everything before I go under again. You know, and like you having those options, and I like having those non-invasive options. It's glorious. It's awesome.
It is.
People have to watch.
They do. They just have a number of options, and you got to find out what's right for you, right? Absolutely. And so, thank you both for coming on today. Yes, and being a part of our podcast.
Yes.
One more time, where can they find you?
J Euphoria Med Inc. I have a Facebook and Instagram.
Perfect. And Fuzzy Bear, where can they find
Fuzzy
you?
Bear.
Fuzzy Bear Wellness on Instagram.
Yes, absolutely. And of course, you can always follow me on Facebook under my name, Lori Lerma, or you can visit our Complete Care websites as well. So again, thank you both for coming out and visiting with us today. We are going to take another break here shortly, and then we will be back, and probably with Miss Brenda. Thank you all so much for joining in. We'll be right back. Thank you.
in the middle.
Hello, we are back. You can just see the put it right up there. We are back with a couple of new guests that are going to be introducing themselves. First of all, I'd like to thank you for joining us today on this Thursday. What are we now? We're still morning. On this Thursday morning. And again, we'd also like to thank our sponsors. El Chongo Local is one of them. Thank you so much for always being here for our Women Unlimited team. Of course, our Evolve Medical Group, where we are in their building today, and they are always more than welcome to have us come and have all of these wonderful women come in and invade their space. If you go out through that door, you will see a whole bunch of people that are out there. And so thank you, Evolve, for allowing us to do that. And of course, our Women Unlimited team. Thank you, Miss Brenda, for bringing us all together and putting this wonderful podcast into complete motion. I was waiting
You're
for
like,
it.
she's not there. Yeah, she
I
is.
was waiting for it. And of course, we cannot forget our most beautiful Maria from Digital Vida Web and Digital Media Services. Thank you so much, Maria, for always taking care of the podcast and getting those banners and up there going for us so that we can see. So, without further ado, I am going to allow this lady next to me to introduce herself, tell us a little bit about what she does and how we can get a hold of her. So go right ahead.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
My name is Lakeisha Hairston. I'm a registered nurse, a master's career registered nurse, and I am the owner of Chosen Careers and Healthcare Training, which is an entry-level healthcare education training school here in San Antonio, Texas. So,
Yes, I love that.
woo!
I know. Awesome. So tell us a little bit about what you see day to day.
Well, what I see day to day is students. Students who are looking to either enter the healthcare workforce
Okay.
or return to the workforce. And if they have not been in healthcare, then entry level is the way for them to go. So
Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool. So where is your school or facility located?
we're located on the west side of town off of
Okay.
Zarzamora. So it's kind of like the Guadalupe area. And I'm still learning San Antonio, so forgive me. But yeah, off of Zarzamora. So
Okay.
Zarzamora, yes.
Perfect. Well, that's great to know that we are hitting all sides of San Antonio.
Yes.
Because I think that that's very, very important that the growth of our city continue to go, and it's not just one-sided, right? It is everywhere. And so I'm glad to know that there's a facility out there on our west side of San Antonio that is help educating and putting people back into the workforce.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that. Absolutely. Well, thank you. So you said you're still getting to know San Antonio. So
Yes.
where are you from?
I'm from Indiana, but I've been here 7 years. So
Okay.
with that being said, I tell people that I am a Texanized Hoosier because I've been here long enough for me to call it home, but I'm still learning. San Antonio is huge. So yeah.
You know, it is huge, but I feel like it doesn't feel as big. And I think it's because, I don't know, San Antonio, maybe it's just because I've lived here most of my whole life, but I feel like it's just so family.
Yes.
It
yes.
feels so like loving. I have visited other cities in the Texas area, and I just feel like San Antonio is always so polite.
Yes.
I mean, you do get some of your, not so polite. But for majority of the time, I mean, you get people that are, hello, good morning,
Yes.
how are you? So it feels just so homey.
Yes. And I have my family always ask, are you going to make San Antonio your home? And it's like, you know what? I think I am, because I am getting comfortable here. It feels like home to me. So
That's awesome. That's awesome. So with your school, how many, do you have a cap of student enrollment, or do you keep the class sizes pretty small?
right now we keep our class sizes small, and it depends on what program. We offer quite a few programs.
Okay.
So we have a CNA training program, a medication aid training program, pharmacy tech, medical assisting, phlebotomy. We do CPR and CPR instructor training as well.
That's
so
awesome.
yeah. So it just depends on what program. With the state of Texas, when it comes to the CNAs, we can only allow 10 students per instructor. So there is a cap with that. So it just depends on how many instructors we have. Our other programs are hybrid, so it's partially online. And right now we're not capping those.
Very cool. That is very, very cool. And then you guys are open Monday through Friday, like it's just a regular school day?
Well, we offer options for our students.
Okay.
The CNA training program, we offer a day program, which is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, depending on if they do in person or if they do hybrid. It just depends.
Okay.
We also offer an evening program, which is 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. 3 days a week, and we also offer a weekend program, which is Saturday and Sunday. So when I started this process, I said, how can I touch those individuals or reach those individuals who take care of family during the week and they want to go to school in the weekend, or, they want to go to school at night. So I'm just trying to make sure that I can touch all of those audiences just to give people that opportunity.
I love that.
Yes.
I love that because, we've got single parents out there,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That they have to work.
Yes.
We have, there's bills that need to be paid, but they still want to do something better
Yes.
for themselves and their family and their lives, and being able to have that flexible schedule.
Yes.
If I have to do it when my kids are asleep, so be it.
Yes,
I have to get it done. Or if I have babysitters on the weekend and I have to give up my Saturday and Sunday to be able to provide for them in the long run.
Yes.
I love those options. Thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you.
And helping people out there just make a better life for themselves and their families.
Yes, and
I
that's what
love
it's
it.
all about. Just doing the best for you, but also putting yourself, or just kind of creating that space for yourself to where you can create a better life for yourself and your family.
I love that. So what is the normal time length for somebody that wants to be in the CNA program?
The program is anywhere from 4.5 weeks to 8 weeks. It just depends. If they do the day program, it's about 4.5 weeks.
Okay.
If they do the evening and the weekend program, it's about 7-8 weeks, and it just depends on if there's any major holidays in there, or if I need to take a vacation. I'm just saying, so we try and make sure that, short length programs, so that they can get out there and get into the workforce. Yes, I'm also, and this is so new this year, we are affiliated with the Ready to Work program. So the Ready to Work program pays for them to get their education, and it meets them where they are.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome that you guys are working hand in hand
Yes.
with each other
Yes.
to be able to do that.
Mhm.
That is great. Okay, so how do they get a hold of you if they want to be part of your program and they want to do something in the medical field?
Well, you can give us a call, 210-455-2466, or you can reach out to us by email, info@chosencareerstraining.com. We're on all of the social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, so they can reach us, that way as well. Send us a message through one of our social media platforms. Or you can visit our website, chosencareerstraining.com.
I love that. Thank you. And thank you for bringing up LinkedIn. I think sometimes we forget about
Oh,
that
yeah.
social media site. And that's very important, especially for people in the workforce. That are
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So thank you for bringing that up. Now we have this other guest right over here who's been patiently waiting. So tell us a little bit about yourself, your name, and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm Rebecca Engel. I do a little bit of everything. So I do have a conference coming up where I'll talk about that in detail, but that's October 28th at the Norris Conference Center, right by North Star Mall, for area. And I also have social media. I knit, and that social media for my knitting is called Revy Crafts. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on Instagram at crafts.revy. And you can find me on LinkedIn, where I post all of the things I do under Rebecca Engel. But yeah, that's a quick little bit of what I do.
That's a lot, though.
sit-
Not just a
And
little
I
bit.
have so many questions.
I sit on 2 nonprofit boards, and then I knit, and I'm also a full-time college student.
Oh, congratulations. What are we going to school for?
I'm currently studying interdisciplinary studies, so education, preferably to be a special education teacher or a elementary education special ed teacher. I graduate in December.
Oh my gosh, it's around the corner.
Yes.
It's like literally around the corner.
That's why that smile is girl. She's like, I do it all, but I graduate. See, did you hear that? I'm almost done.
That is amazing. But my questions go back to knitting. How did you get into that? And what is your favorite thing to knit?
Well, my favorite things to knit would be beanies and bees. I feel like those are very simple, but also they sell, and like who can go wrong with a hat? you know?
Knitting is not simple. My
Yeah.
grandmother has tried to teach me. I'm sorry, Grandma. I just never put that. It is not simple. It takes a lot of it's a very intricate thing to do with your hands. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I was making rubber band bracelets all the time when I was younger. I'm sure you guys remember that when it came popular in like 2011, I want to say, 2012, 2013. So I was doing this all the time, and finally 2015 came around, and these rubber bands were all over my mom's house. You know, and my parents were both like, okay, Becca, like,
Stop it.
there's so many other things that you could be doing with your talent. So I finally said, like, you know, sure. So I started figuring out how to loom knit, and it's literally the same thing but with yarn. And so my mom got me looms for Christmas, and I sat there for hours looking at YouTube videos trying to figure this out. And you know, it started with like a weird strip that kind of like looked like the thickness of a finger. And you know, people were like, okay, well, what is that? And then, you know, it expanded to beanies, and then I started making beanies for babies in hospitals. And then I went to college, and I was finally like, okay, I have a tuition to pay, and I don't have a job. Let me figure out. Let me connect the two dots here. You know, it was middle COVID, so I really wasn't looking to get sick. So I was like, okay, let me figure these things out. So I started like mass producing during COVID, and I got a giant like pink gallon tub that I still use today full of knitted stuff that I made on a loom. And I decided to start selling to people at my college, participating in talent shows, you know, and it just kind of grew up. And then I saw octopuses in front of people's cars that I had made, and random silly things, and I was like, oh look, it's mine.
You
and
guys
I was, you know, a brand new freshman, and you know, wearing a mask. They probably didn't even know what half my face looked like, but they were buying from me.
I love that. I really, really do love that. What's your favorite thing to knit though? Is it beanie? You said beanies or bees?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And is there a reason why it's those? Are they easier to make? Are they more fun to make?
So bees probably take me about an hour to do. And I think I enjoy them because they're cute, like, and they're my biggest seller. So, bees are my most popular seller. I've never gone to a show and not sold out of all of my bees. So bees go quick. And then beanies are just simple. It's literally just a giant tube turned over, like that's, and you know, one stitch and it's done, you know. So it's just kind of
For the
a simple
expert.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, I feel like scarves, you know, you're sitting there for hours trying to make this scarf, and at the end of the day, you're getting $30 out of it, you know what I mean? And, you know, minimum wage some places is $15 an hour, so you're like, okay, well, this scarf took me 6 hours, and I'm getting $30 for it. Hold on. I could have done that, you know, anywhere, so.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And so you said you go to shows. Where do you normally set up a show at?
Really anywhere. I do participate down by the Jewel and the King William Hotel District. I set it up there first Friday of every month from 5 to 10. So that is November 3rd. And then, of course, when I have a speaking event, a lot of the time they'll invite me to do that. So, like on October 28th at Norris Conference Center, I do plan to set up some of my knitted stuff. I'm going to try to, you know, force some of my family to run it, or friends, while I'm up there, you know, trying not to have a heart attack.
But you're gonna be
I'm
great.
super excited. So
You got 10,000 people out there watching you right now, so you're gonna be just fine at the Norris Conference Center, which is a beautiful facility. I've been in there before, so it's very nice. But what are you gonna be speaking? Can you tell us what you're gonna be speaking about?
yeah, okay. So it's a woman empowerment conference. So I'll be speaking on overcoming disability. As a woman, I have a disability in my leg and my feet that causes me to wear orthopedic inserts. So I'll be talking a little bit about that. I lost part of my mobility freshman year of college, and so I've been regaining that in full and walking again with the orthopedic inserts, or walking to full potential without falling. I could walk, but I should do more on that. And then also, I struggled with learning disabilities growing up. I was nonverbal at the age of 4. Doctors didn't see me ever being independent from my mother. I was never supposed to, you know, speak Be Verbal, anything like that.
And
In
now
the
look at
now.
you. I
And
know.
I'm doing my own
She's
thing.
speaking
Yeah.
where?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. So I'm super excited, to be able to share my story and share that, any kid can overcome with the support of people who love them, teachers who love them, anyone in your life who you see that loves you. Take them to heart and appreciate their love, and that's what I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to be hopefully empowering people. I was at that point, I was kind of like in the Rubik's Cube that everybody takes the stickers off of and replaces and moves around.
Yeah.
People kept trying to change me and take my stickers off, but I kind of ended up being solved by the end of that.
I love that
Yes.
analogy.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm glad that's recording because we're using it.
I know.
That's
That's what I do that with my students now. When we talk about encouragement and motivation, and don't be that Rubik's Cube and let people take your stickers off.
Yes.
Oh, I
Keep
love
your stickers
that.
where they belong.
Yes.
They're yours.
Yes, I love
And
that.
you'll solve the
yours.
puzzle eventually.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. That's amazing. And I love that story. And I cannot wait for you to share it with everybody that goes in, you said October 28th?
Yeah.
October
October
28th.
28th from 9 to 1:30.
I think that's amazing because we were just talking about it with the group before, how, sometimes you're in a room with a whole bunch of people and you think it's just you that has this problem.
Yep.
Or it's only you that has gone through this emotional journey when you don't know the person sitting next to you or the
Yes.
person that's about to speak had that. You didn't know. Some of us, whether it was us or maybe our children or our siblings that have had that issue, and you thought you were overcoming it by yourself, and then you've got somebody that is about to graduate in December who can do intricate things with her hands, absolutely, and now speak to not only 10,000 people on social media, but get in front of a group of women and tell their story. I think that's amazing.
commendable.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for being a part of our show today and sharing that with us. I love that. So thank you both for coming in
Thank
and
you.
being part of our Women Unlimited podcast. I really appreciated learning about both
Thank
of
you.
you and what you do and what you both share to San Antonio.
Yes,
We're
thank you.
so glad to have an implant from Indiana
I know.
be here with us. Absolutely. Well, thank you, ladies, so much for coming out, and I cannot wait to meet you out there.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. We are going to do another change of interviewees coming in, and we're going to learn about this young lady. I heard a little bit about what was going on out there in the hallway, and I'm so excited to finally bring her in and learn even more about what she does. And look who it is. It is the infamous one. You all know Miss Linda Medina over there, out there in the
Hello.
corner.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. So, we don't know who you are or what you do. So tell us who you are, your name, and what you do, and what you're going to share with us today.
Hey guys, my name is Kate Cheney, and I am the founder of Inspirational Experiences here in the San Antonio and Austin area. We provide sensory-friendly events year-round for all disabilities of all ages. And my journey started back when I was about 5 years old, diagnosed as legally blind. At 13, I was diagnosed with autism. 23 with a seizure disorder called PDS, photogenic non-epileptic seizures caused by anxiety. And finally this year, I was just diagnosed with having lupus. So,
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Wow. But look at you.
yeah. So here I am today, telling my story, inspiring the world to understand that who wants to wait in the line to see Santa when you're feeling so anxious because the line's wrapped around the hallway or, down the hall, or who wants to wait to see the Easter Bunny when it's freaky because you can see his head sticking out of the costume. So we've changed that status quo, and we make sure that all of our characters are fully dressed up and covered to where you can't really be that frightened. And our Santa, he's amazing. Wimberly Santa, if y'all don't know him, follow him on Facebook. He's my best friend. But he will be coming back this year on Saturday, December 9th, and it will be at the Homestead Wedding Event Center in Dripping Springs. and he will get on the floor. He will play with your kiddo. He will take funny photos with your kiddo. Yeah, and it's going to be a great time. There's going to be cookie decorating, litter making, hot cocoa sensory bins, a hot cocoa station, food, games, really just fun things to come out and do. So come join us for that. And we are in dire need of sponsors to make everything happen.
I can imagine you, and we're talking about Christmas, but that's literally around the corner.
It's
we were
literally
just
around
talking about how
Yes.
December, it feels like it's next week.
It does.
It really, really does. And so I'm so glad that you're bringing that up. And I'm so glad that you are bringing to light some of the things that some of us take for granted, right? Like when we see the line, my thing is like, oh my gosh, look at that line. It's never going to go anywhere. When somebody next to me is like, oh my goodness, look at that line. There are so many people like that. That's a lot of emotion for some people. Where mine is like, oh, this wait is going to be forever. When, somebody next to me is really internally hurting because there are just so many people around and we take those things for granted. Go ahead.
So the difference with us when it comes to the lines or waiting in line for, seeing the characters like Santa or the bunny, we have time slots. So if you go on inspirationalexperiences.org, Sense of Santa is up right now, and you can time slot anywhere from 1 to 5 p.m. And you will be able to actually sign up right now for that event to not only be a sponsor, but to participate and be part of that amazing, unique experience, because not only do I get to tell my story, I get to share it with all of y'all and really change the world for a difference, because people don't understand that, yes, I'm still autistic. Although I may not look it, I may not act it, I'm different in my own ways. And that's why we called it Unique Experiences, because I'm unique in my own talented way. And being able to do these events to show you that there is light, there is hope at the end of the tunnel. That's what I want to do, is provide those events for y'all and have a good time. We have vendors, we'll have sponsors, we'll have snacks and characters and balloon twisting and face painting, and it's going to be an amazing Christmas this year.
I was looking at your website, and
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it basically has everything you're talking about right now.
Mhm.
It is. I've never heard of something like that, so I'm really glad you reached out and said I wanted to come and talk about it and spread awareness of it, because I feel like it could be so useful to so many people, and to know that it's out there. Can you let everybody know your website and how they can sponsor?
Of course.
The vendor.
So right now, if you're looking to be a sponsor or a vendor, please go to inspirationalexperiences.org. Again, inspirationalexperiences.org. And you can click under Meet Us, Sponsor, Vendor, Participant. You can really do everything on the website. But Facebook is my biggest challenge. I would like to get up to 10,000 followers. That way we can grow the sponsors and grow each year. My biggest challenge this year is I want to do a Christmas tree giveaway. I want to have Lowe's, Home Depot, somewhere that we can, maybe small businesses, to donate one pre-decorated tree for each branch. And those families that don't have that this year will be going home with a tree, because my husband works for U-Haul New Braunfels, so we can easily get a truck and, deliver the trees. And our toy drive, our biggest thing every year, is we partner with Rockin' Rockers Pajama Foundation. My choreographer, her name is Antoinette, and she is my fashion show model teacher. She's everything to me. And we get to collect those presents, and then a couple days before Christmas, I go to the church with her. We wrap everything, we put them in piles, and we deliver them right before the holidays.
I love that. There are two things that tug at my heart. It's our elderly and our children. Anytime those two are involved, please make sure that you reach out to me, because if you need help doing any of that, and I'm sure of the 10,000 women that are out there watching right now feel the same way, please feel free to share that on our Women Unlimited Facebook page, because you will get a ton of people that'll be like, you know what? I can't do it every day, but I can do it on this day, and I can do it on that day, and I know somebody that works here that'll be willing to do that. So please make sure you use our platform as well for
And
those things.
here's our biggest thing: we don't age gap. There's another foundation. I'm not going to bring up their name in New Braunfels, but they age gap. They put it up that it's only 18 plus because they only work with Comel IDD Center. Why are we age gapping? Why are we not allowing everybody to participate when it's the most important time of the year? So here at Inspirational Experiences, my husband is sitting over there listening to me watching. We don't age gap. Everyone and anyone is welcome from 0 to 120. And, we don't say, okay, well, if your sibling doesn't have a diagnosis, you can't come. Please, everyone is welcome. Bring your whole family. This year's theme is Come in Your Favorite Christmas PJs. And we hope that you'll join us and sponsor us each year. We really just want to keep growing and doing events. We would like to go out to Houston. We'd like to go to Dallas. We'd like to travel the country and just start spreading our events, everywhere that we possibly can. So.
And that was one of the questions I was going to ask. So is it just San Antonio and surrounding areas right now?
So as of right now, it is only New Braunfels, San Antonio, and Austin. We did have families come down last year all the way from Dallas, Fort Worth. We've had them come out from Katy and Houston. We've really had them drive out, and they're like, wow, this is a 5-6 hour drive for us. But for an event, that means a lifetime to my family. So if you're coming out and, from the area and you need, to stay somewhere, reach out to me. I can help you find a great hotel. I can help you find a condo, an apartment for a couple of days. We really like to get to know your story and kind of spread that on our Facebook page, because the more awareness we have together, the more of the bigger impact that we can.
Well, you know you have Maria Rendon at your fingertips, and this is exactly what she does. She helps with social media and getting your website, interacting with people just like she's doing for our podcast right now and sharing all of this information. So please, she's here. Use her. She'd be more than happy to help with those things. That's what she does. That's what she does.
It's amazing.
I love that. I want to go see Santa Claus because I want him to get on the floor. When I go to take a picture with Santa Claus, you just literally sit next to him and you're like, I just waited an hour.
No, this one, he gets down on the floor, he crawls around, he plays around, he'll take funny photos coming up from behind you, and you won't see him, and he'll just like, hi, I'm here. It's like, he's amazing. So please, 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 my biggest thing right now is I need sponsors. 830-360-4470. Call me, text me. My email is on the website. Please, 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 let's make Christmas happen this year.
Absolutely. So can you share that website one more time before our next special guest
Inspirational, INSPIRATIONAL, experiences, EXPERIENCES.org. And we're also on Facebook. We'd like to be at 10,000 followers. Inspirational Experiences on Facebook.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today
thank you for
and
having
giving us
me.
all of
Thank
that
you for
info.
spread the message.
Absolutely. And please, if you are interested in being a sponsor for this December event, please make sure that you go out to that website or give her a call at the phone number that she has shared. You can always replay this podcast again. We are sharing it. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you,
today.
guys. Bye.
Thank you. I love that story. We've had such great stories today.
Definitely wants to go online, and I'm gonna make an
I
appointment
know.
with my daughter. She's gonna go ahead and come down.
Absolutely. Yes.
She's a volunteer. She's 15 months, so I don't
That
want her
would be
to.
great.
Yeah, I want to be perfect for her.
It probably would be a scary experience for her, right? Absolutely. So I obviously did not get the memo that these ladies got. They're matching. Yes. They're twinning over here. Nobody bothered to tell me to wear this, but that's okay. That is okay. So thank you so much for joining us. Tell us who you are and what you do.
Hi, my name is Sam. Well, I go by Sam. Everybody calls me Sam, but my name is Samantha Lewis.
Okay.
I own a company called Afflexic. I'm currently trying to open my first gas station here in San Antonio. Women-owned gas station.
Love it.
Because we have no gas stations here in San Antonio owned by women.
Nope.
So,
Very
I'm
cool.
gonna do it first.
There we go. You heard it again. Lots of you are hearing it for the first time today. If you have not joined us, we have heard lots of first stories today, and this is one that we are also extremely proud of. I cannot wait to hear that store has opened.
Thank you.
Yes.
And y'all will be the first customers.
Yes,
Yes.
we will. You let
We
me
want to
know,
be
and
there.
we will be there. Absolutely. So where is this plan happening? What side of town?
It's going to be in the La Cantera
Okay.
area. I'm trying to get somewhere over there because everything is just booming over there. There's so many businesses opening, so many roads, so many houses, and with the houses, more vehicles. So,
Absolutely.
you know,
More
more
gas.
gas.
Yes.
So yes, yes,
Very
yes.
important.
So,
Yes.
and it's just a gas station because what stays open during any kind of pandemic, anything that's going on at the gas station, we're always going to need gas. So,
No,
yeah.
that's very
What
important.
side I want to open up a gas station? Well, a couple of years ago, I was working right before the pandemic. I was working for a company. He had a store down here. My only choice was to go to Colorado or stay down here and start all over. So I decided, well, how am I going to start all over? What am I going to start with? I had a business partner that didn't go through. So I said, you know, what am I going to do? My kids are getting older. So I was like, gas. Why not gas? Just sitting there, just gas. And I said, everybody needs gas. Why not gas? I want something that's going to be a business that's longevity. I don't want something that's going to be temporary, something that's going to be closed down. I need something that I can also leave my kids.
Okay, like a legacy.
Yes.
Legacies, yes. Super
And
important.
They're busy. They're always busy bodies, and why not keep them in the gas station? For one, we can go to two. And I have family out of town, which I'd like to open a gas station over there because when I go over there, there's one gas station in Killeen, one or two gas stations in Killeen.
Oh my gosh.
So if I can start here, I can do it from here and then do it in Killeen. So
It's amazing.
That is.
Well, it's like that saying, if you build it, they will come.
There you go.
You know,
There
I
you
just
go.
said that yesterday.
You too.
I literally told my
Then
daughter
it's
that
fine.
yesterday. I said, they said there's a movie, and she's like,
Yeah.
Mom, what movie? I said, they say, yes, if you build it, it will come. And I heard it last night on Jeopardy when I was watching Jeopardy, and then I just heard it today.
There you go. It's a sign.
It's fine.
Made to
It is
happen.
a sign. Yes.
Nice. So, do you have a timeline? Do we know when this is going to happen? When do we need to be in line?
My timeline in my head is before New Year, which
Oh,
means
nice.
I only have a couple more months left, and I'm sure it's gonna happen.
So things are in motion.
In the process,
They're
yes, I'm in the process. Yes,
Okay.
yes, I'm in the process. It's not just double. It's actually
It's
I've been in the
happening.
process throughout this whole year. So
Okay. And the name? Can we get a glimpse of the name, or are we not sharing that yet?
I'm not sure.
Okay. We won't hear that secret
But be
today.
sure to keep us up to date on what the Women Unlimited community. Let us know what's going
I
on.
will have you there.
Any little
Yes.
milestones, let us know because we want to celebrate that with you.
Thank you, thank you. I'm all about women empowerment. So this is just a beautiful thing. This Women Unlimited is just beautiful.
It truly, truly is.
And I have a couple of friends that told me about this.
Oh, good. So it's the words given out.
Yes,
We're
yes.
legit.
We are.
Yes, you are.
Here you
But,
are.
you know, that's the important piece is the support that does that, right? And sometimes we love the support from our friends and our family, but sometimes you need something a little bit more, right? Because
Yes.
I know for me, it's like if I always hear it from my mom or I always hear it from the same person, you kind of stop believing in it,
I
right?
feel like they're supposed to
Right,
say
like
that.
they're
My
supposed
daughter says
to.
that. You tell me all the time because you're my mom.
And you feel that, and so to hear it from people that don't even know you, or just send you that little bit of encouragement when you put a post out there, and oh, I love that shirt on you, and it's coming from somebody you don't even know. Those sometimes are truly important.
Women do inspire women.
They
a
do.
lot of women do. A lot of women need that.
They do.
A man can say something, but a woman, when another woman says something to you, it's like,
much more of an impact.
yes, yes, it is. And it does mean a lot. It does open up just women. And that's the one biggest thing that I always tell the women. If you see another woman, you uplift her. I'm big on women empowerment because we're smart.
We are.
Women
And
are
one
very
thing that I
smart.
started doing is making it a point every day or every other day. So if I see another woman somewhere, I would want to, whether it's complimenting her on her shirt,
Acknowledging
hair,
her. Yes.
or something like that,
Yes.
because we don't know what kind of day they're having or what's going on. And
And sometimes that little bit will just make their whole day go week.
It does.
It
does. It
does.
really does. It really does.
And it's anything. I mean, it's, oh, your nails are so cute, or I like those shoes. I mean, and when you tell somebody that, you can see like their face like light up.
And then your face lightens up after. Yes.
But you're right. Sometimes it takes it coming from another woman. Because there's this whole thing where women are catty to each other, or
And they
are.
But you don't have to be.
You don't.
You really don't
You
have
really
to be.
do not. I was talking to a girlfriend this morning, and we were talking about, how people hold these grudges for years, and it's normally women that hold them against each other. And it's like, you just don't have to. Just let those things go and be uplifting.
If you can forgive your husband, if you can forgive your boyfriend, you can forgive your family.
Absolutely.
You can forgive anybody. You can really just forgiveness because you're holding on to something that you don't need to.
And that takes so much energy.
Yeah. Yes.
It's more energy to hold on to those things than to just let it go.
Yes. When you're walking around with no weight on your shoulders, life is kind of simple.
It is.
Free. And free. Yes.
Yes, absolutely. I love that. And I love that you are going into a man's world, right? Or what they call the man's world.
Conquering the man's
Absolutely. Conquering the man's world soon. Oh, but we got a man that walked in, so we gotta be a little bit nice. A little bit nice. Yes. No, but I love that. And I love that you came up with that idea of the longevity and something that's going to stay open all of the time, regardless of what type of pandemic, right? Because you're always going to need gas, right?
Yes.
Even with electric vehicles, there's going to be
Oh, I'll still have the electric plug stations. Yes.
When that happens. But snacks, water, I mean, during the pandemic, where did everybody go when the HEBs were? You went to the gas station. And so having that idea in your head is amazing. And I cannot wait for it to be open.
Definitely be there.
And yes, we'll celebrate. And we're going to have healthy snacks. The man's in here with me. The man's in here and he's all about health and wellness. But no, absolutely.
Yes.
But what is your one guilty thing that you'll have in that store all of the time? Tell me.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Yes. Absolutely.
Technically, it's still healthy. Dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate. Everything is healthy in moderation.
Yes.
Right? It's all in moderation. Yes, absolutely. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, and the new year is around the corner, so I'm sure we'll be there very soon.
Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you.
Yes,
Every single one of y'all in
congratulations.
here. We look forward
Yes,
to
ma'am.
seeing you.
Yes, ma'am.
Look at her
And
boots on.
I
Look at her
know
boots.
she
Look
is
at her boots.
absolutely gorgeous.
Her boots.
She's got these gorgeous
Girl.
boots on that I love. Yes.
AJ's.
AJ's. Y'all heard that. AJ's. Love it. I know. Her whole outfit is just super cute. Super cute. Now, we
Our
have
sponsors.
our sponsors that you have heard all show long, Evolve Medical Group. And I am here with Esty the Bestie,
Miss Teresa, the SD Bestie.
your Esty Bestie, and the Botox King,
I'm Ryan.
Ryan. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I know that they've seen you on this show before, but those of them that are new or that have just now started to watch the podcast, tell us again what you do and how they can get a hold of you.
Well, I am your SD Bestie. I am Teresa Thompson here at Evolve Medical Group. I am their lead esthetician here. I also give education when it comes to skincare treatments, and not only skincare treatments, now we're doing scalp treatments as well. So from body contouring to skin, all over your body. We are here to bring some awareness to skincare. That's what I'm an esthetician.
Well, and that's super important, right? Because everything is either from the inside out or the outside in. And so you've got to take care of it, right?
And when we're talking about skin, psoriasis, eczema, people who have problematic skin, and of course we like to pamper people who want to feel good, of course, right? We do. But we also love to help people when it comes to skin.
That's awesome.
So that's what I do.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot more of those kinds of things pop up, like psoriasis, eczema. We're getting into that season where the cold is coming, so the shaping of the skin and rosacea starts to come
And
out.
people not being so embarrassed to talk about it,
Yeah.
right? Because for the longest time, people just want to cover it up and just not deal with it. So I think when we bring that awareness to people, I think they feel more comfortable.
Absolutely.
So that's what we like to do here.
I love it. I love it. So please, if you want to make an appointment with Esty the Bestie here, how do they get a hold of you?
Here at Evolve Medical Group, you can find us on Instagram or on Facebook. If not, contact us at 210-999-5039.
Absolutely. She nailed it. She nailed it. But, or they can also come and visit you, right? If you said 21 Bots Lane. Yes, absolutely.
Stop by anytime.
Yes, for sure. Now, Brian, tell us a little bit about what you do and how you do it.
Okay, so I'm Ryan, and over here at Evolve Medical Group, we specialize in weight loss therapy. Our main goal is to get you to your set goal in life, to live a healthier life on the inside, and then we send you over our SD Bestie Freeze to take care of the outside. So it's a total package here. So that's what we do.
I love it. I love it. You know, I was talking to Maria outside before the show started, and she said that she had a gym with Josh, who is a trainer here that you guys have on staff as well. And so she was telling me, you know, because when people think of personal trainers, they just think of the exercise, but Josh has it broken down to a science. And that's kind of with each and every one of you. Like, you are the professional person in that industry. You know about skincare and how it affects from the outside in. You know about that, you know, through diet and helping them that way. And the rush of like how the muscles. And she said the first session she did with him, it wasn't exercising. It was like how she moved. And he was feeling like how her bones were moving.
The mechanism of your body.
Yes. And I just thought, that's amazing. It's not your typical, this Evolve group is not your typical weight loss person in spa. It is more about the education behind it and why you guys do and so that's really important because it's the beginning of the year, we're all gonna get on of new me, new this, new that. But we don't understand it, so we never stick to it, right? We don't understand the science behind you eat what you put in your body and how it affects even your skin. Yeah, so you are, you all see the pizza.
Mommy guacamole.
Yeah, I'm gonna see this pepperoni because that's probably what I have.
And Josh can really break down your blood labs to the T. So if you have any concerns about what's going on inside your body, we can definitely evaluate you in a matter of seconds and get you on that right program that fits your body type and you as a person. So everyone's different. So
you know the great thing here, and it's part of their clinic, right? Because they sell collagen. You know, I've had so many people ask me, like, where can I find collagen? Should I go to GNC or should I go this place? Should I go that place? And I tell people all the time, come visit us here at Evolve, and they have a little bit of everything. And the great part, like you were saying, we're going to give you education behind everything we give to you, not just here, take this or let me just inject this. Because we had just talked to one of your guests that, yeah, she got Botox, but it helped her with her migraines.
That's awesome.
So, you know, we give a lot of education behind what we are helping with, not just
here you go. Definitely. Or somebody comes in for something, we'll make the recommendation of that's probably not the best thing, but we offer this and this is why.
And we're moving actually from department to department, which I actually just did. I moved somebody from instead of getting body contouring, actually going and seeing Mr. Josh. So let's start here first. Yeah. We started with Mr. Ryan first, and then moved over, instead of coming to me for body contouring, actually moved to Mr. Josh, and that's very important of a group of people coming together, not to just sell you something. You know, really making sure that we are here for your better health.
Absolutely, and it's building that relationship with that client, right? Because,
right,
the relationship building, and then they'll come back, and then they'll bring somebody because they trust you, and that's the biggest thing. That if you're new to San Antonio, or coming in from Austin or Houston, the environment is very different in San Antonio. We have to trust you to either do business with you, talk to you. It's all about that trust. And if you don't have that with that client, they're never coming.
That is so true.
It is.
I like to hear that. That's very true.
It really is, because it's that trust. Who do we go to when we ask somebody something? We go to your family, right? Because you trust them, and they're like, oh yeah, my tia does this, and you should go and see her. And that's what you guys do here. You instill that trust in that client or that patient because you know that there's where your next client's going to come from. And so I have visited the spa before, and I think it's wonderful. And I love what you guys are doing here and all of the different things that you offer. I mean, you guys do the cocoon, which is amazing. So if you've never done the cocoon here at the spa, you have got to do that. It's this cocoon thing, and it's infrared lighting, and it's just amazing. Yeah, red light therapy, and it's amazing because it helps with. It's got so many benefits
It does.
to it.
So it not only it helps with weight loss, right? It's great for people who have fibromyalgia, arthritis, people who have had muscle sprains, tissue tears. It helps with a variety of things, and so of course people use it after they work out, maybe for their motion. Would you say?
Recovery.
But for recovery, but also for many other things, and then also helps with anxiety, with your sleep as well. So it's got a lot of good therapeutic properties.
And not to mention the front 50 calories in 30 minutes.
There you go. And
Just
you're
like
just laying, I was gonna say.
getting a nice little break on your lunch break. Snoozing.
It has four different settings. It's low, medium, high, and then 2 super high ones. And I cannot make it past the 25 minutes. I'm like struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you know what? It's got lots of great benefits. And like Brian said, I mean, you can just come on your lunch and lay in there, and your hair doesn't get, you know, if you go to the gym and you work out, maybe your hair gets all
Get into a sauna.
or you get into a sauna and you're all sweaty, you gotta get back to work. This is
Yeah, it doesn't feel great.
it's
Oh
not
my goodness.
You will still have it on when you leave.
Yes. But it's a good point though.
Yeah.
And you know what? The great thing is that we have this membership that's $150 unlimited all month. You can come in as much as you want. It comes with 4 of your plastic suits, 1 bunny suit, and the slimming cream.
There you go.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
So unlimited.
You've got to come in here and visit with the Evolve Medical Group. They will be able to educate you on all kinds of things from Botox and what that, you know, helps with. We learn migraines and other things. And then how to make your skin very glowy. And then, of course, how to be in the cocoon and enjoy your lunch break instead of doing something different. So, thank you, guys. Is there anything else besides the membership that you want to share with all of
Well,
us?
there's tons of things I can share, from the hydrofacial to the laser hair removal. You know, there's tons of things that we offer.
Yes.
I don't want to step over
No.
because you know this is a king of Botox.
I know.
Woo!
Yeah.
When it comes to the king of Botox, I really can't do the miracles that he's doing, right? But we have a lot of things that we have. We have memberships when it comes to facial, memberships when it comes to hydrofacials. We do chemical peels. We do a variety of skincare treatments, not only for the face, for the body as well, and now for the scalp.
And we're going to have a bunch of deals on November 11th.
We have
November 4th.
November 4th, we
So-
have a great deal promotion coming up.
Hey everyone, sorry I am live, so I'm not going to turn this off. But yes, these are wonderful people here. And you know, I have been working with Bonnie and Sandra for about 9 years. So they are really amazing, just really bold, strong women. You know, they have their business, they know what they want, they go for it. And those are definitely the women that I hang out with, you know. So I just want to thank them for being one of our sponsors here. And these 2 beautiful people here in front of us, just doing amazing things for so many. Now listen, I want to tell you,
people next to me.
I
I'm
want
like,
to tell
really?
you that these hands, these miracle hands, touch like this forehead. What did we do? The Botox.
Botox on the patellas, the toasty, the
He
bella.
works miracles.
He was
just
like,
wanna tell
I
us
don't
that
want to tell everybody that Brenda needed major, major work.
Very low maintenance.
Yes,
You're
yes.
naturally beautiful. You don't just need a little maintenance work here and there.
And that's, you know what, and that's part of the important part of understanding. It's just maintenance, right?
It is.
You don't have to be ashamed of getting these things done. We all need a little bit
Well,
of
or
help,
scared
right?
because I was scared, and I'm sure, have you heard the stories when they're coming in? What are they saying? Like, I've never done this before, and I'm a little scared. But you know, you calmed me down really quick, and just he had like, how do you? Because it was like light hands, you know. If he did the trick, it didn't hurt, and I definitely want to come back. And it was a pro, just like you. That I guess, like, what is it? Like your hands just come to life, you know?
And if you keep up with your maintenance, it'll save you in the long run.
And we need less maintenance.
There you go.
And it's always less expensive to prevent than to reverse. Right.
Oh,
So if
that's
you
a
come
good-
in, and you've been out of sun, you're not hydrating, you're not taking care of yourself,
You're gonna see it on your face.
It's gonna cost money for us to kind of push the brakes on that. It's always people don't get rid of the maintenance. Come see us. Yeah, and you get a membership. Come see us.
Yes.
And you get a discount rate for your membership.
So please join Brenda on the 4th. We
Yes,
got a
on
lot
the
of great
4th,
deals.
we have a spa day coming up. We have not done an event like this. So, of course, I was going to come here, right, to Evolve Medical Group. And we are going to have like major specials that day. It's going to be from 4 to 7 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get that information. We'll put that under comments. But we're really excited. We have a lot going on that day. But definitely, you know, coming to Evolve, I was like, hey, you know what? We need to be taken care of. We need some deals. And of course, they were like, done.
We're a couple giveaways to pass
Yes.
out too. So
And
make
that's on
sure.
a Saturday.
Yep.
November 4th is on a Saturday.
That's right.
Make sure you're here. You could win some great deals.
Yes.
And
And why not? Come on down.
Come meet
Yes,
with some great
yes.
people. Yeah.
So this is kind of the end. We've never gone 30 minutes over,
Oh,
but we have beautiful, I mean beautiful people that came in today. So what we like to do is spotlight everyone. If it takes a few more minutes, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for coming in. Thank
you.
you, Evolve Medical Group, for continuing to
Yes.
service and support us.
yes, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Bye, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.